Alrighty, and we are back here with my observations of the book that I'm currently reading. As you guys know, Ask and It Is Given, and I try to read as much as I can on a daily basis, but this book is a little bit more in depth, so I'm trying to grasp as much as I can of it. So I'm not trying to read as much of it at the same time. I don't know how others might read books like this, but I think the smaller I read about, or the smaller portions I read, the more I contain, and I'll break it throughout the day or throughout the week. So today I read a certain amount of chapters, and it's a lot of in it, but there's 3 takeaways that I took away from this, and I hope it helps you guys on. So what she basically is throughout the whole book, basically the most important factor is that obviously your thoughts are creating what we're receiving and what we're living, and whatever it is that we have right now in front of us, whatever it is that we're living, is due to our thoughts. At some point we thought about this and it manifested, right? And it sounds a little bit woo-woo, as they call it, but as you get older and as you start realizing things, it's a lot of truth to it, right? As I said in my last video. So it's a little bit too much to grasp for you guys. That's fine. You might not be there yet, but the more you understand it, the better you can practice it, I guess. So one was that that our thoughts are very, very important, and most of the things that we have right now are all due to our thoughts at some point in our lives. At one point we thought about it and we wanted it, or we desired it, and it's in front of us. Whether we wanted it or not, we thought about it. So that's the grasp. Number 2 is that we have to be more mindful and pay attention to our feelings and to our emotions of certain events or certain time or certain places we're at. Wherever we might be, if you are not feeling good, to feel to feel certain things, and also the importance of that she calls vibrations, right? So we are all vibrations. The world is full of vibrations, and I can kind of understand it a little bit, because there's certain times you go into a certain room or a certain place or a home, and you just don't feel right. You just feel like you're not welcomed, or you just feel like it's not you, and it's weird. It's hard to explain it, but she explains it by saying that the vibrations that we give off are received by others, or they're resisted, right? So and we are all vibrations. So maybe the vibrations that we're getting from others are not in alignment with us, so we kind of feel awkward, or we feel not in the right place. So that kind of woke me up a little bit. We're full of vibrations and also feelings, right? And the fact that your feelings are very, very important. Your emotions, how you feel about certain things, really dictates the outcome of a lot of things. That's something that I never understood, I never really heard about, but this really awoke in me. And pay attention to your feelings. Pay attention to what are you feeling at a certain time, right? Like when you're doing something that you might like, obviously it feels good, right? It's a feeling that you can do it all day, every day, right? It's a great feeling. Obviously it's something that if it feels good but it's not impeding others, you're not hurting others, then that's you're not creating nothing bad out of it, right? You're creating something good. But if you're doing something that doesn't feel good, she says the universe is trying to tell you something. It's trying to give you kind of like a wake-up call or a sign that that's not who you are. And I know many of us can relate to that. We've been in certain situations, maybe certain jobs, certain scenarios where you just don't feel good being there. Everybody might have fun, everybody might like it, but you're not, and that's okay, right? So that's something that we kind of look down upon, like, oh yeah, what's wrong with that person? Why they're not having fun or whatever? Because that's not who they are. And we should be okay with that, because that's everybody has their own essence, and that's pretty much what it says in the book so far, is that we all are here for something, and the universe is the one that dictates that to us. So it's something that we really can't, we think we can control it, but it really is uncontrollable. It's up to us to basically decide how we feel about it, but we're already being guided towards something that we're meant to be. That was number 2. I know it's pretty long. And number 3, It's basically the fact that, carrying on from that point, is that, we don't need to do anything. Like, we do not need to do anything. Everything has happened either to us or for us, right? And she says the universe takes care of everything. You just have to put that thought and that intention in place, and you'll watch the puzzles, I guess, come together, or the puzzles pieces come together. But also understanding that it might not happen the way you think it's going to happen. It's going to have other ways of going upon it, but it is going to manifest itself, right? And that's something hard for me to understand, because being a type A athletic athlete, that everything, you control everything, and you an outcome is supposed to happen. You kind of don't understand that. It sounds laziness. It sounds like you're being you're giving up, right? But I can give you a quick little short story, and I know this video is going long, but it's just so much into it that it's not that easy to say it in 2 minutes. I play, obviously, if you know me, I play baseball, right? Amateur baseball, and we play on a weekend basis. And I train, and I try to train every single muscle and try to be ready for certain movements, and try to be as in better shape as I can, or in the best of shape as I can, to be at the best of my ability for the sport itself. And this weekend, I was just running the bases, and I strained my hamstring, right? And now a lot of athletes that can watch this video can relate. You can train, and you can stretch, you can do mobility, flexibility work, all these things that you want to do, and you can do it to the top notch. It doesn't guarantee you're not getting injured, right? It can still happen, and it does happen to a lot of athletes. You see a lot of athletes at a higher level that it hinders their career, right? You think you're in control of certain things, but all you can do is do you, like, be yourself, and try to just be you. Like, everything else then take care of itself, whether it's for you or it's not for you. That's to be determined, but you just show up, be present, do the work, as they say, but you just got to be you. And I think that's something that we lost in a lot of these entrepreneur era, that everybody has to be doing something, and you have to make things happen. And this book, Esther Hicks says, you don't really have to make anything happen. Everything is already happening. You just don't know how it's gonna happen, and letting go of that is probably the hardest thing for professionals like myself and an athlete, that you control your outcome, and you want to make sure that you I guess produce to the best ability you can, and you try to I guess control that outcome. And when you learn that it cannot be controlled, I think it might be when we're actually the most I would say impactful. So let me know what you guys think about these ideas. I would like to hear your comments. The video went long. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So I'll see you guys next video.